Hello. So my topic today is to do with competition and collaboration and why I favor the collaborative end of the spectrum and feel that often people in the personal services space, coaching, healing, etc., maybe worry a bit too much about competition. And the real call here is for differentiation of services and finding the place which is unique to you, where you have no real competition with others. So what do I mean by this? I'm talking about, well, some of my trainings, for example, I have really looked deeply into my own design, my human design chart, to look at what particularly is unique to me and how I can honor those themes in my business. And then I'm also trained in another approach called tribal marketing, which looks at underlying patterns, particularly underlying wound patterns, because we know, according to the law of attraction, that we attract energetically. So the people that we attract as clients often share something in common with us. So if we know what that is, we can speak to that. And then knowing that makes the difference between knowing which clients are likely to be your best clients, i.e., they're likely to be very satisfied with your services, they may want to work with you again, and they're likely to work with you longer, as opposed to the clients that, of course, you're qualified to serve, but for some reason they may not stay or not be as happy because there hasn't been this sort of same sort of resonance. Excuse the noise effects. I've got my daughter's dog here and he thinks he's decided it's his meal time and it's not. Yeah, so this is about differentiation, and when you really know how to differentiate yourself and express what is unique to you and the client that you actually serve. So I'm talking about a lot more than is on most business programs, where you're asked to create an avatar of your ideal client and think about what that is based maybe on your past clients or just maybe on the sort of person you actually want to serve. But there are people that you are designed to serve. And if you've been, in your business for any length of time, you may have spotted those patterns already. You may see that the people that come to you, particularly if you're in the transformational space as a transformational coach, healer, mentor, you see that these people are often dealing with issues that you have dealt with in the past and have trainings and expertise and life experience, which make you the perfect person to serve them. So for me, I know that like my underlying wound patterns are to do with things like, feeling being invalidated, when I was younger, sort of feeling that and therefore trying to people please to try and get the endorsement. So I have patterns to do with invalidation, and often this wound is called a significance wound, and it does lead to often to sort of people pleasing or self-abandoning and self-sacrificing in order to sort of get validation. So knowing that that's in my past enables me to speak to that in the women that I coach and I work with. And often that's very much the case. The people that I work best with, they're often trying to deal with these strategies of people pleasing and lay down their boundaries, etc., because they already know that that's in the way of them moving on further with their career, or with them actually being able to value their own time and do something that they want rather than what everybody else wants and expects from them. So I know I have that in mind. So what I do and the way I frame that for people is about, reframing power, helping people to hold their power and to yeah, step into the fullness of all they are. And so I'm using terms now, often in my marketing, like queen and empress and things like that, because that's who we want as the internal CEO of our board of directors, and not these people-pleasing parts, etc. So that's just one example. That's my example. And for you, it's probably going to be something different. And so there is no competition for me in people with a different wound pattern, because their ideal clients are different from my ideal clients. So, of course, I'm very prepared to collaborate with other people, because I know that there may be people on my list who I'm not the right coach and mentor for, but they may be looking around. So I'm really happy to introduce them to people who I know, they're in my circle in some way, and I know they're operating with the same standards of professionalism and integrity as me. So that's like my line. I won't just collaborate with anybody. They do have to have high standards with regard to integrity, professionalism, and expertise. So I think that we all need to have a think of this. We've all been encouraged into competition, and not only in life, but in terms of with regard to our business. And I think maybe people collaborate less than they could. Maybe we could all help each other out a bit more in terms of, how do we help this other person who's got a complementary service to ours? They're not taking our clients, they're offering something that complements. And they're probably only, if that client then goes for, just say, like one session or one reading, and then they take them on into a fuller program, well, that probably wasn't a person who was going to spend money with me or you, if we're looking at with regard to your business. So I am going to be offering a couple of collaborations with people that I know and can endorse. I have experienced their readings myself. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be interviewing them. And so there will be 2 interviews offered to you if you're on my email list. And one is on the 23rd of January, Tuesday the 23rd, and the other one is 2 weeks later on Tuesday the 6th of February, both at 7:30 p.m. GMT UK time. So that would be 2:30 p.m. East Coast US, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. in Europe. And the first one is my friend Bernadette Vallely Hay. She operates under the name Rhiannon for her soul readings, her spiritual readings. She's a talented channel, but I've known her for many years. She's also written an author of 13 books, and she's worked in the environmental space and also the women's development space. She set up the London Goddess Temple, and way back, she's not still doing that, and a number of other things as well. She's run festivals. She's been instrumental in organizing things for Glastonbury in the past, for Greenpeace, done a lot of charitable work, environmental work, and social work. And another, so she's the 23rd of February, then the 23rd of January, then the 6th of February. It'll be Michelle Atlas. Michelle is a money and business coach, and she's trained in sacred money archetypes. So she's going to be offering sacred money archetype reading, and then she's got a program which is to do with money as well. So those things are going out on emails to my list. And if you would like to sign up to my list, you certainly can. Just let me know. And go to my website. That's the easiest way, which is catherinerowan.com, CatherineRowan.com. You can sign up for my email list there, and you'll be getting the emails about these events. And you can also see a little bit more about what I do on the website. I also do some readings, which probably are not so prominent on the website, but they will be soon on a separate Kajabi site, which I run. So the readings are to do with a human design reading, which is looking at what I was talking about in the beginning. It's looking at your energetic design. So the human design reading, if you thought about as a person, this is about, lifting up the bonnet. If you thought of a person like a car, this is lifting up the bonnet, what you are underneath, your energetic design. And I've trained to do this in terms of applying it to your business. So we can look in terms of your brand, what people pick up energetically from you. So we can look at this in terms of that. What are the key features you would be wise to accent in your marketing, in your messaging, your ideal business structure, your desk work, life purpose, all sorts of things you can look at in the human design, your incarnation cross, your purpose for this lifetime, all things you can look at to help and apply to your business. It's magic. So there's that I offer. I also offer color consultations. It's another way we're looking at your uniqueness, your color vibration, and then applying that. We can apply that, to your website, to your branding, and also to colors you may wear. Okay, I'm very neutral today, but we also look at a whole range of colors that are right for you, so that when you're presenting on video or on stage, you are wearing colors that are harmonious for you, that capture attention. So there are those two things. And of course, I mentioned the tribal marketing. I'm also trained in that. So if you would like to look more deeply at your business and differentiating yourself, then we have that. This is about finding your 1 square inch of space in the marketplace. And also, if you want to know more about that on this YouTube channel, you can look at, I have an interview with Jeffrey Van Dyke, who I learned the tribal marketing approach from. So you can learn more about it there. And I think you also have a video on the Life PhD session, which is a session where we actually look at what your underlying wound pattern is and how you apply that to your work and your messaging to your ideal clients. So let's, in conclusion, let's encourage a little bit more collaboration between people and be a little bit less afraid of competition, because in truth, there is no one else like you. You are unique. You have unique gifts to offer to the world. You're here for a reason. And if you're not sure what that is, if you're lacking clarity, please contact me. I'd love to help you to work all of that out. Lots of love, and bye for now.